20 to 9, good morning. The Banana King will be reigning in Barrow Market tomorrow. Pardon? I'll just say that again for you. The Banana King will be reigning in Barrow Market tomorrow. This fruity character is the lead in a series of plays that have been put together by new writers working with Signal Film and Media in Barrow, inspired by the market's history. It'll be performed tomorrow amongst the stalls. BBC Radio Cumbria has been to the market to hear from those involved in writing the plays.
Hi, my name's Kate Davies and I'm a writer from Barrow-in-Furness. The stories are drawn from the oral history of the market itself, from people's memories, and we have 6 complete stories and a series of ballads, 7 or 8 ballad interludes which promenade the performance round the market and lead to each story, comment on it, take the mick out of it a little bit now and again maybe. The writers in the group turned out to be astonishing. In fact, they were so good I got them to write the stories instead of doing it myself.
My name's Ravi Jayendran. I was one of the writers on the Ballad of Barrow market. I've never done any creative writing before, and we drew on a lot of archive material, and one of the things we discovered was there used to be a banana ripening room in the previous Barrow market. There was also another character that we came across called the Celery King. So we kind of combined the two ideas and came up with a character called the Banana King.
Barrow poet Kate Davies and new writer Ravi Jayendran in Barrow Market there. Let's find out a bit more now with Julia Parks, who's from Signal Film and Media. Julia, good morning. Why did you want to focus on Barrow Market?
Good morning. The project started about a year ago, I guess, when a market trader approached Signal Film Media and said, look, this is a really interesting history of the market, and I don't think there's been very much done about it. So Signal sort of did a bit of research and found out that he was right. There was very little at the Dock Museum. There hasn't been that many books written, any books written about the market, and obviously it's a central part of Barrow's history. So, that's why the project started, really.
You've already had a bit of an exhibition in there with some of the stories and the things that you've found. What were your particular favourites?
Yeah, so we had an exhibition and we ended up finding out that the Mail Archive, which is the newspaper in Barrow, has an amazing collection of black and white photographs from the 60s onwards. So finding that collection was really amazing because they had photographs of this infamous blunderbuss that had protested against the market being sold in 1993, and then we got some brilliant photos from a trader. So I think one of my favourite photos was of a candy floss stall from one of the traders, and that from probably about the 80s, a really beautiful colour photograph that we were given. So, yeah, that's probably the highlight. And then also seeing some of the photographs from the old market and hearing people's memories of the old market that was in Barrow. Those were just some of the highlights for me.
And there's more to come from this project after the play as well, isn't there?
Yeah, so the play is tomorrow, and then we're also recording oral histories. So there's going to be a collection of oral histories, and we're also making a publication. And the last thing we're doing is we're editing all the films that have been made across the project. So Vicarstown School and Barrow Island School have made these beautiful animations inspired by the market's history. And there'll also be a film of the performance that takes place tomorrow.
A little bird tells me as well that you've had a fairly busy time of it. You've had Matt Baker to see you, and a bit of seaweed as well for Country File, is that right?
Yeah, so I'm involved with another heritage project on Roe Island and Rampside and Peel Island. And last week I got approached by the BBC to ask if I could do a little piece about a piece of work that I've been making on the island, where I've been developing film in seaweed, using seaweed washing powder and vitamin C. So yeah, Matt came to the island and kind of watched what I was doing, and the BBC filmed the whole thing. So that was quite cool. Any
idea when that's going to be on?
Yeah, it's on the 15th of April in the evening. I think 6 p.m. Country File broadcast. So that's when it's on. And they've done a whole programme on Cumbria. So there's, I think, 3 other people in Barrow that they interviewed and filmed as well. So there's lots to see on that programme about Barrow.
Wonderful. Our county being showcased once again on national television. Julia, thank you for the time being. Good luck with the project, which is taking place over the weekend. Julia Parks from Barrow Arts Group, Signal Film and Media. And if you'd like to see the Ballad of Barrow Market, and indeed the Banana King as well, you can get yourself along tomorrow afternoon in the market. You need to be at the market from 1:30.